Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit TCG Castle for more.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In this video, I'm gonna play with Mega Gardevoir-EX, but before I started even to, introducing this video, I already recorded a couple gameplays with it, and later I just realized that I played 7 or 8 games testing and tweaking this deck without Ultra Balls. So for this video, I'm just gonna keep it as it is, This is the original deck that I built without Ultra Balls, and I was like, what is going on? Why cannot I have that Ultra Ball? Where is my Ultra Ball? And I didn't even realize that I didn't have Ultra Ball in this deck because it was early in the morning when I was recording this video, and I was still, a little bit sleepy, and then later I just realized, well, I didn't have Ultra Ball in my deck, but I still have a good consistency with it, How is that even possible? Somehow it was possible, or I was just a little bit lucky, Anyways, so with Mega Gardevoir-EX you can go for like 160 max, but you need to discard 5 of your benched Pokemons, and it's not that good, But it's still, decent deck to be used in the standard format, especially for players who was older, much older, who already have the cards for this build, And for the players that really don't want to invest too much, but 4 Tapu Lele might be a good investment, With 4 Tapu Lele, that's like $150, you can basically build whatever you want. But anyways, 19 Pokemon, 31 trainer card, and 10 energy cards. I'm running 2 Dragonite-EX with the pull-up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, you can just, put the basic Pokemon's bank into your hand. Expect Dragonite, obviously. Oranguru for the late game, for that Instruct. 4-3 lineup of the Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir. 2 Xerneas, 2 Hoopas, 1 Mewtwo for that, super trade against Boswell, and 4 Tapu Lele-GXs. If you're gonna ask me what should I replace or substitute in order to get those, basically Ultra Balls back, definitely 2 copies of Nazball, and then you should just try to remove something else from the deck list. Probably we're gonna go with maybe 1 energy or maybe 2 energy cards, and then you're gonna have 4 Ultra Balls. In my opinion, that's gonna be good. Anyways, moving on to the item cards, I also have 2 Enhanced Hammers, 1 Field Blower, for the disruption, as well as 2 copies of Nazball, which should be Ultra Balls. 4 copies of Puzzle of Time, so with the 2 puzzles at the same time we can grab any 2 cards from our discard pile if we want back into our hand. It's not that we need too much that Puzzle of Time, but sometimes it can be good, because Diantha is a Puzzle of Time, but you just first need to lose one of your favorite Pokemons and then you can simply use it. It's not that super good anyways. But for example, with 2 Puzzles of Time at the same time and Diantha, you can technically grab any 3 cards from your discard pile and put them back into your hand, which is amazing. You can grab Energy, Spirit Link, and Mega Gardevoir-EX, EX, not the GX, and then you can simply start to apply more Desperate Race to your opponent. Then we have also Rescue Stretcher and Super at times, 1 for the energy and Pokemon Recycle, 1 Acerola, 3 copies of Cynthia featuring 3 Guzmas, 3 Ends, and 3 Professor Sycamores, and that 1 Diantha that I mentioned. 6 tools, obviously 3 Float Stones and 3 Gardevoir Spirit Links, and 10 basic energy cards. Well, I was speaking about, taking those Ultra Balls. For example, Rescue Stretcher is not that important card in this deck, especially with the Dragonite-EX, So, Super Road is also not that super special card because we can always, recover energies with the Anti or maybe with the Puzzle of Time. So, you can simply cut, 1 Super Road if you really want to have those Ultra Balls, and we need to remove only 1 more card right there from this build, so we can have also 4 copies of Ultra Ball. It's not even hard to remove 1 Enhanced Hammer, simply to add those Ultra Balls, and then you're gonna actually have the deck that will have 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and there we go. This can also be the deck list, that you're gonna try to use and play in the format. But since I already recorded battles I'm just gonna keep the original intro with the deck list, but this is the updated version, obviously, that's gonna be much better and much effective, you know, with 4 copies of Ultra Ball, no question about that. So maybe even consider about playing something like an Energy Switch. It's not bad, it's definitely not bad at all, you know. I also advise you to maybe deck something like that. Anyways, if you're looking maybe to buy any of these cards, make sure to check CCGcast.com. Link is provided in my video description as usual, as always. If you have any questions, make sure to ask in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below also what you think about M Gardevoir-EX in the current standard format with heavy GX meta so far. Well, let's move to the game test and let's find out how good this deck was without Ultra Balls. So, see you in the game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start first. I really need to start with the Xerneas. Xerneas is the best possible start with the energy for the Geomancy here, there's no doubt about that, you know, this is our energy accelerating Pokemon. I also have Hoopa available, meaning that I can set up like 2 more Guardians on the bench. But the truth is that I might even decide not to use Hoopa at the turn 1, to be honest. Why? Well, just because, you know, it's maybe better to use it later. We're gonna see. It really depends on which against deck I'm gonna play. It's not that I can see. I see that it is a Zoroark, but nothing else. Alright, never mind. Let's just set 2 Gardevoirs on the bench, so we can have that Geomancy advantage with them, and after that I'm gonna use Cynthia play. And after that Cynthia play, I hope I'm gonna get energy card. And it looks like I will get energy card. This is a very important thing, and I'm passing my turn. There is nothing else available in my hand, which actually considered me a little bit. I can't use the Puzzle of Time. The fact is that if you decide to use Puzzle of Time and after that Geomancy, you didn't do nothing, you know. You can risk, for example, using Puzzle of Time to see what is going to be your next 3 cards, and then maybe decide if it's good to go or not with the Geomancy. The truth is, and the good thing is about this build against my opponent in this case, is the fact that I have -20 resistance versus those Zoroarks. But Lycanroc is going to be a problem, there's no doubt about it. Okay, so double Force Energy for his benched Zorua. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Tapu Lele play. Or maybe for the Rockruff? Let's go for the Tapu Lele play. Xerneas can use advantage of a Float Stone, and then I can use my Geomancy. Obviously both Gardevoirs are gonna get energy attachment. And it's my opponent's turn, so my turn just ended right now. At least I have 2 Gardevoirs ready to strike with a Desperate Ray next turn, which is a good thing. And I can, with my Desperate Ray, I can discard my bench, you know. And in that case, my opponent can simply lose advantage with the Lycanroc. So there is a trade. Yeah, I don't like the anti in my hand because what? Radius bidding for 100? I'm gonna be knocked out anyways, so I need desperately top deck. Not a Dragonite top deck. Not a Dragonite top deck, but still, at least there is a Puzzle of Time. The top deck was another Puzzle of Time. So sweet. I hate when this happens. Okay, he got me there, no doubt about it. It's a knockout. It's a knockout, no question. Alright, at least I know that the Cynthia is a top deck, and there is the Ultra Ball play, and this is probably gonna be for another Zoroark, so he can have another trade available. All I really need here are 2 Guardians set up and ready. And then I can just hit hard from turn to turn. I'm also gonna need Enhanced Hammer, so I can at least try to discard energy from his active Zoroark. I lost my Float Stone, and I also took 100 damage. And I don't have another option than promote my Gardevoir right now to the active position. Yes, I'm gonna get that Gardevoir so I can put him back on the bench. I'm taking a lot of risk right now because I'm locking my bench space, so I need 2 cards. The one is the energy. Oh, I need more than 1 card, and I didn't get them. Okay, never mind. At least I can hit my opponent for 100. And next turn I can one-hit knock him out. I wish I even managed to get that Enhanced Hammer, you know. It's not that I'm running tons of Enhanced Hammers, I'm running only 1. But still. Oh, there's the end, so he decided to go with the end. Probably he has some available resources that he didn't want to discard, like maybe Puzzle of Time. Oh, there we go, there's Enhanced Hammer, and this is a very important Enhanced Hammer for that strong energy disruption. Really it is. So I also have Sycamore available for 7, and obviously I'm gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna need that Spirit Link and Mega Gardevoir-GX. Or maybe just Energy Attachment, you know, and then I can use Luminous Blade for like 120. Oh, look at this. Will this be a Lycanroc GX activation for my Hoopa, maybe? I highly doubt about that. It's not a smart thing to do something like that. Oh, Retreat. Are you kidding me? And a multi-switch play. Oh, well play. And a dangerous Rouge GX. Okay, I didn't expect to see that. So my opponent is down to only 2 prize cards. We're gonna go with the Double Course Energy Discardment. I have Nazball available, so I'm gonna go for a Oranguru in this case. Yeah, Oranguru is the way to go. 1 copy of the end, so at least I can end him to 2 cards. 2 Puzzle of Time. I think they just came in exactly right time. The truth is, I'm highly doubting about what to use. I'm gonna go with the Float Stone. Okay, and Float Stone to be attached to my Xerneas in the active position and 1 Geomancy. I just need 1 more Gardevoir GX. I simply need him so badly on the bench. If my opponent missed the Double Course Energy Attachment, he's not going to be able to attack. He already have 2 of them in his discard pile. Well, there is a Float Stone, so there's also Sycamore for 7. So who would say that he's also going to get that Sycamore available for 7? And right now he just drew 7 cards, you know, and then he can start to search that Double Course Energy. There's 1 trade. When you trade Bridget for 2 cards, you feel very good, because Bridget is just such a useless card. He actually surprised me well with that play, you know. That multi-switch play was a big deal with for that dangerous Rouge GX. So triple trade, and so far I'm not seeing the Double Course Energy Attachment. I don't have weakness advantage, unfortunately, but I have resistance advantage, and that's at least something, you know. Top deck energy can potentially be a knockout against one of his Zoroarks on the bench with my Luminous Blade. I don't know if that's smart or not. There is a Double Course Energy, and this is gonna be Radius bidding for 100. Nazball is a top deck. Okay, so I'm searching for the Desperate Gardevoir, and I managed to get one, finally. Finally, I'm starting to applying some pressure to my opponent as well. So that's Beret. And I'm also gonna discard the Oranguru from the bench. So he also have resistance -20, you know, because the Gardevoir is a dual type. It's also Psychic type in addition to his regular type. And I can take like 100 damage max right there. Unfortunately, I cannot recover my Enhanced Hammer, and my opponent can simply scoop his Orc with the Acerola. And then he can be in a huge advantage with that play. And there's a Choice Band as well. And with this double Course Energy play and the Choice Band, he is definitely in a much greater position than I am. There is literally nothing else I can do basically right now. Because that multi-switch play actually surprised me a lot, you know. Plus there is also Pearl City right now. If there was no... Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just surprised me. He catch me right there. What we can do? Not too much. Really not too much, I mean. I can get myself... I can grab myself Gardevoir and Hoopa. I can put Guardian on the bench. And I can use that N. I mean, even if I get Field Blower, it's not going to be super effective, you know. I can retreat, for example, but it's also not super effective to retreat. Because Guzma will be there sooner or later. But I can try to retreat onto my Xerneas. I mean, do I have something to lose? Really, no. I can again use the Geomancy and I can power up my Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir. I'm just gonna go with the Gardevoir play. And that's gonna be it. Still, he needs to discard a couple cards to get that Guzma. Or he can just, you know, simply drop Guzma and end the game. So yeah, multi-switch play was the MVP in this game. That Dangerous Rouge GX completely destroys me. After that I was not able to recover, unfortunately. And that is a GG. The statistic, 230 damage from my side, 830 from my opponent's side. Let's move on to the game number 2. Alright, so we're starting the game number 2. I lost the coin flip and I'm starting second. Starting second is not bad with this deck, especially if you can find that Geomancy for the turn 1. My opening hand, triple Cynthia, Sycamore, Field Blower and Rescue Stretcher. I couldn't get worst hand, to be honest. This is just insane. It's such a mess in this hand. But it's okay. I mean, I just need to find that energy and maybe Hoopa, so I can set my board. Is it hard to get that? I think it's not, because I have Cynthia available and I'm also gonna have 10 energies in my deck, so for me the most important thing is to get that Gardevoir on the bench with Geomancy in the active spot, you know. Well, there's a one Bridget. Poipole featuring Guzzlord GX and Downwing Necrozma GX. Obviously you can use this Guzzlord GX just because you can use advantage of those beast rings, and then you can simply use that Gluten GX and grab 4 prize cards in just a single turn, which is insane. But at least I managed to get that Guardian play. I don't want to ask for more than that. I'm very happy to see at least one Guardian play. Alright, with that Gardevoir in play, oh, so he also ends me there. Nice. Another Xerneas, that's a good thing at all, as well. So Meganandal GX actually have a weakness on the Psychic Pokemons. But he can also hit hard with the Beast Raid. But not hard enough, you know. Not hard enough. Well, in a situation like this, I'm definitely looking forward to put Nazball and Cynthia back into my hand. Just because with the Nazball, I can go and grab another Gardevoir and put him in play. And I can use advantage of my Geomancy. So I can attach a couple more energies to my Gardevoir in play, and also to that Xerneas on the bench. And for the next turn I'm gonna have that Cynthia available, which is a good thing. The biggest concern for me, okay, this is the Ultra Space. The biggest concern for me right now is how to basically evolve and start applying pressure to my opponent. But I'm in a very good position right now, just because I have almost 2 Gardevoirs ready to evolve into the Mega Gardevoir GX. In Mega Gardevoir-EX, I just need to get that Gardevoir in play. And there's a Skyla. Skyla for Cynthia, so my opponent is looking forward to play Cynthia next turn. And there's a Choice Band for the Guzzlord. Okay. Energy top deck. Ultra Space will allow me to just at least look at my deck and see what I have left. So 3 Spirit Links are in my deck. So basically Spirit Link and any combo of Hoopa is good. Well, there is a Spirit Link, but no sign of the Hoopa. And did he use Field Blower yet? Nope, he didn't. I'm not gonna use Geomancy. It's not worth to use it. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I mean, technically, I could use it for that Luminous Blade, but I'm Fairy, I'm not, you know, Psychic type, so it's not worth. And there is a Cynthia, which means that I don't need to worry about being, you know, struck by the Guzma. Field Blower as well. Okay, so this bad boy can hit for like 80. He can hit for 80 right now. That's nothing special, really. Actually, for 100, because it's 20 plus. No, it's 20 times. This was a very nice top deck. Oh, what a miss! What a misattachment! What a misattachment that was. Yeah, really it was. Anyways, let's go with the Sycamore for 7. Okay, so at least I got one more. At least I got one more top deck Spirit Link. Unfortunately, I cannot retreat, but I can use Geomancy if I want. And I don't want. And I don't want. I bricked right there. I bricked so hard. I should better go with the energy attachment onto my Xerneas so I can have retreat, but the moment when I put that Spirit Link with misclick onto my Xerneas, I decide to just attach another energy onto my Gardevoir so I can have it Luminous Blade for 120, you know, because I was scared what's gonna happen if my opponent gets opportunity, you know, basically to use advantage of that mistake. And obviously right now I can start to apply a lot of pressure to my opponent, you know. I can use also Diantha as an advantage. And in this case I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna grab myself 2 puzzles into my hand. It's not that I need anything else from my discard pile anyways. We're gonna go with the Nazball play. We're gonna get rid of that Mewtwo as well. It's not that I need to apply a lot of pressure, I just need to hit with the Desperate. And I need to discard Mewtwo and Hoopa so I can have some space on the bench available. Since my opponent is weak on the Psychic, it's not going to be hard to knock him out anyways. So there's a Tapu Lele and there's a Gardevoir GX. What he can do, he can maybe use that Stinger GX and basically put both players on the 3 prize cards, but then I'm in a much better position than he is, so he definitely wants to hit me with the Guzzlord. He can go for 180, and he can go for 210 because of the choice band. But the good thing is that I have minus 20 resistance, and that's not going to be good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be good. It's going to be 190. So he needs to get away somehow to remove that resistance, and then he can simply grab 4 prize cards and go down to 1. But even after that, it's not going to be easy for him. But Guzzlord actually has minus 20 resistance, which might be a big deal for my opponent. The biggest damage that Gardevoir can do is 160 base, you know, so you can't even go for the one-hit nugget against Tapu Lele, which is a bad thing. Really it is. And you can just try to double shot that Guzzlord GX on the bench as well. Okay, so he really wants first to hit my Gardevoir so he can soft him a little bit. But I have answer to that. I have energy attachment. I have retreat onto my other Gardevoir GX. And I'm also gonna get rid of one of my Tapu Leles from play. And this is gonna be Desperate, and I'm gonna discard Tapu Lele and Gardevoir. It's enough for the knockout because of the weakness once again. And at least I'm moving down to 2 prize cards, and I'm getting 2 Guzmas from the prize cards. Okay, so even if I wanted to get a Guzma, I wouldn't be able to get one. And right now my opponent actually is in a very bad position, you know, simply because he can't use B-strings anymore, and he needs to be very clever and smart about, you know, putting another Naganandel GX in play. Not sure if that was correctly pronounced. And there's a Cynthia play, which obviously means that I have 2 Puzzle of Times available, and I'm also going to have another Gardevoir GX available for the next turn as well. And that's a good thing, because I have 2 Guzmas available as well, and I can try to snipe his Poipole on the bench for 1 more prize card. And he decided to promote that Guzzlord GX to the active position. He really wants to apply pressure with him. Well, okay, with that being said, we're gonna go with a Puzzle of Time play. I'm gonna get these 2 cards. No, I'm also need energy card. Ooh, what I'm doing. I don't want to take a risk. Gardevoir GX is in my hand. Okay, Gardevoir Spirit Link in this. Sounds good. Energy attachment. Gardevoir Spirit Link. Ta-da! Hoopa. I really want to get rid of the Hoopa. I have 2 Tapu Leles left. Alright, and I'm definitely looking forward to play my Guzma onto my opponent Poipole, so I'm basically gonna need only Guzma play for the victory here. I know I'm taking a risk, I can even lose this game after this turn, but I don't care too much. I simply don't care too much. I really want to be aggressive here. That's the knockout, and I just need, you know, the last Guzma which I have available in my hand. Obviously, if my opponent have any, it's not going to be super disruptive. I mean, it is going to be disruptive, but not super disruptive, because I can still get that Tapu Lele or maybe Puzzle of Times. I have a lot of resources available, you know, I still have like 2 Tapu Leles in my deck plus 1 in my hand. So there's a high amount of the chance that I'm going to hit either way, Tapu Lele or maybe Guzma. and he actually decided to concede. So overall, it is possible to play with this deck, even in the current standard format meta. So you can see that M Gardevoir-GX is a still good Pokemon, you know, but the biggest problem and concern for him is the fact that he cannot strike for more than 160 without weakness, because we're not going to play choice bands. Technically, with Kukui, we can add some extra damage, so we can hit for 20 more. I didn't play Kukui in this build, but definitely it's worth to tech Kukui as well. So thanks for watching, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.